The bold and the beautiful, Deke's dark secret revealed. Hope's new employee has a deadly connection to Luna. Forrester Creations faces its most explosive crisis. It has stunning revelations about new designer Deke threaten to unravel everything Hope Logan has built, exposing a sinister conspiracy that reaches deep into the Spencer family's darkest secrets. The halls of Forrester Creations have witnessed countless scandals over the years, but nothing could prepare the Logan and Forrester families for the bombshell that's about to detonate. Deke, portrayed by Harrison Cohn, made his debut on September 16, 2025, as an aspiring fashion designer who seemed like the perfect addition to the iconic fashion house. However, beneath his charming exterior and undeniable talent lies a connection so dangerous it could destroy multiple families and expose Luna Nozawa's most diabolical scheme yet. The mysterious arrival of Deke Sharp. When Deke first appeared on screen, viewers were captivated by the fresh face and compelling backstory of this ambitious young designer. What many didn't immediately realize was that Deke carries a legacy that runs deep through bold and beautiful history. Longtime fans have speculated that Deke is actually Eric Sharp, the son of Deacon Sharp and the late Becky Moore, who disappeared from the canvas years ago after being raised by his father and stepmother, Macy Alexander. Deke's return to Los Angeles seemed innocent enough, a talented designer looking to make his mark in the competitive world of high fashion at Forrester Creations. His portfolio impressed key decision-makers, and his creative vision aligned perfectly with the direction Hope Logan wanted to take her fashion line. But as Will Spencer would soon discover, Deke's arrival was anything but coincidental. The timing of Deke's employment at Forrester Creations raises significant red flags when examined closely. He appeared just as Luna Nozawa's pregnancy scandal with Will Spencer was reaching its climax, a scandal that has rocked the Spencer family to its core. Luna, who sexually assaulted Will Spencer while wearing a mask and impersonating his girlfriend Electra Forrester, claimed to be pregnant with Will's child, a revelation that sent shockwaves through both the Spencer and Forrester families. Luna's calculated conspiracy. Luna Nozawa has proven herself to be one of the most dangerous and manipulative characters in bold and beautiful history. Her transformation from seemingly innocent young woman to calculated killer and now alleged sexual predator has left fans reeling. The discovery that she murdered Tom Starr and another victim while framing her own mother, Poppy Nozawa, demonstrated the depths of her depravity. But her latest scheme involving Will Spencer reveals an even more sinister level of planning and premeditation. The pregnancy claim itself serves multiple purposes in Luna's twisted game. First, it gives her leverage over the Spencer family, particularly Bill Spencer, who finds himself torn between supporting his son, who was victimized, and protecting what could be his grandchild. One source familiar with the storyline noted she will blackmail Bill into using his connections to get the charges against her dismissed, and then afterwards extort the money from both Bill and Will so that she have a Mile High Club lifestyle from now on. But the pregnancy is just the beginning of Luna's elaborate plan. To truly secure her position and ensure the Spencer family remains under her control, she needed someone on the inside at Forrester Creations, someone who could gather information, influence decisions, and help her execute the next phase of her scheme. That's where Deke comes into the picture. Will Spencer's shocking discovery. Will Spencer, portrayed by Crew Morrow, has been through an unimaginable ordeal. First, he was sexually assaulted by Luna while she wore a mask pretending to be his girlfriend Electra. Then came the revelation that Luna survived what everyone believed was her death, only to announce she was pregnant with his child. The trauma of these events has left Will determined to uncover the full extent of Luna's manipulation and protect his family from further harm. Working from his father's mansion, Will has been quietly investigating Luna's activities and connections, trying to piece together how she could have orchestrated such an elaborate scheme. His breakthrough came when he started looking into the recent hires at Forrester Creations, particularly those connected to Hope Logan's division. What he discovered sent chills down his spine. Through careful analysis of phone records, financial transactions, and surveillance footage, Will uncovered undeniable evidence linking Deke to Luna. The two had been in regular contact for months before Deke's arrival at Forrester Creations, with encrypted messages discussing the plan and phase 2 of an operation targeting the Spencer family. Even more damning, financial records showed payments from an offshore account linked to Luna's family being transferred to Deke in the weeks leading up to his job interview at Forrester Creations. The paternity scandal connection. The evidence Will uncovered reveals that Luna's scheme goes far beyond a simple pregnancy claim. She's been systematically building a case to blackmail the Spencer family with a paternity scandal that could reshape the entire family dynamic. The key to this plan involves manipulating DNA evidence and creating doubt about the true parentage of multiple Spencer children. For years, fans have speculated about potential paternity switches within the Spencer family, particularly regarding Kelly Spencer, who has been presumed to be Liam Spencer's daughter with Steffy Forrester. However, speculation has persisted that Bill Spencer might actually be Kelly's biological father, stemming from a one-night stand between Bill and Steffy that occurred around the time of Kelly's conception. Luna discovered this potential scandal through her connections and research into the Spencer family history. She realized that if she could prove or even cast serious doubt on Kelly's paternity, it would create chaos within the family and give her unprecedented leverage. But to execute this plan, she needed access to Forrester Creations, where Steffy works and where DNA samples and other sensitive information might be accessible. This is where Deke's role becomes crucial. As an employee at Forrester Creations with legitimate access to various areas of the building, he could potentially obtain hair samples, personal items, or other materials that could be used for DNA testing without arousing suspicion. The plan was diabolical in its simplicity. Use Deke to gather evidence, create doubt about multiple paternities within the Spencer Forrester families, and then blackmail Bill Spencer to drop all charges against Luna in exchange for keeping these scandals quiet. The Forrester Creations connection. Hope Logan's position at Forrester Creations has been tumultuous in recent months. She's faced termination, fought for her hope for the future fashion line, and dealt with intense rivalry with Steffy Forrester. In her desperation to rebuild her department and prove her worth to the company, Hope may have inadvertently made herself vulnerable to Luna's scheme by bringing Deke on board without thoroughly vetting his background and connections. The fashion house itself has been in turmoil following a power struggle that saw Carter Walton briefly take control of the company before returning it to the Forrester family. This period of instability created the perfect opportunity for someone with ulterior motives to infiltrate the organization. Deke, with his impressive credentials and seemingly genuine passion for fashion design, slipped through the cracks in the company's security protocols. Sources indicate that Deke has been feeding information back to Luna about the comings and goings at Forrester Creations, including schedules, security procedures, and the locations of sensitive documents. He's been particularly focused on gathering information about Steffy Forrester and her family, as well as monitoring any interactions between the Forrester and Spencer families. The blackmail plot unfolds. The ultimate goal of Luna's elaborate scheme centers on using the paternity scandal to blackmail Bill Spencer into not only dropping all charges against her, but also providing her with financial security and freedom from prosecution. The pregnancy with Will's child serves as her insurance policy. Bill would be reluctant to take any action that might harm his potential grandchild. But the paternity revelations about Kelly and potentially other Spencer children would be the nuclear option, the ultimate leverage that would force Bill's hand completely. If Luna could prove that Kelly is actually Bill's daughter and not Liam's, it would devastate Liam, create irreparable damage to Steffy and Liam's relationship, and throw the entire Spencer Forrester dynamic into chaos. One soap opera analyst noted the potential impact. A donor search could reveal biological ties and family secrets if medical situations required family members to be tested for compatibility. This prophetic observation highlights how easily such secrets could be exposed, and Luna has been counting on exactly such an opportunity arising. Deke's true loyalties questioned. As Will's investigation has progressed, questions have emerged about Deke's true loyalties and whether he fully understands the implications of his involvement with Luna. Some evidence suggests that Deke may have been manipulated by Luna, who has a history of using people to achieve her goals without fully revealing her plans. Deke's relationship with Remy Price, revealed when Luna discovered the two were boyfriends rather than roommates, adds another layer of complexity to the situation. Deke is described as being clearly unsettled that Remy would choose to be friends with someone like Luna, given her criminal past. This suggests Deke may have some moral boundaries that Luna has been carefully navigating. Harrison Cohn, the actor portraying Deke, brings depth to the character that suggests there may be more to his story than simple villainy. His debut on The Bold and the Beautiful marked the show's first gay male couple who share on-screen kisses, representing an important moment for LGBTQ+ representation in daytime television. This progressive storyline makes it possible that Deke's character could have a redemption arc where he turns against Luna once he realizes the full extent of her manipulation. The Spencer family in crisis. Bill Spencer finds himself facing an impossible situation. His son was sexually assaulted and is now being blackmailed with a pregnancy claim. The woman responsible is threatening to abort what could be his grandchild if he doesn't comply with her demands. And now evidence suggests she's planning to expose family secrets that could tear apart multiple relationships and destroy his family's reputation. Katie Logan, Will's mother, has been described as bound and determined to protect her son and uncover the truth about Luna's schemes. She's been investigating Luna's background and connections, trying to find evidence that could be used to prosecute her or at least neutralize her threats. Katie's determination to protect Will may prove crucial in exposing the full extent of Luna and Deke's conspiracy. The emotional toll on Will himself cannot be overstated. He's dealing with the trauma of sexual assault, the shock of a potential unwanted pregnancy, the burden of protecting his family's secrets, and now the discovery that Luna has infiltrated Forrester Creations through Deke. Sources indicate that Will has been seeking counseling and support, but he remains determined to see justice served and Luna held accountable for her actions. The confrontation ahead. Spoilers indicate that dramatic confrontations are imminent as the truth about Deke's connection to Luna comes to light. Deacon Sharp, Deke's presumed father, becomes involved when he learns about Luna's survival and her manipulative schemes. The relationship between father and son, strained by years of separation, faces its ultimate test as Deacon must confront the reality that his son may be complicit in a dangerous criminal conspiracy. Hope Logan will also face consequences for her role in bringing Deke into Forrester Creations, even if she did so unknowingly. Her already precarious position at the company becomes even more vulnerable when it's revealed that one of her hires was working with a known criminal to gather information and potentially steal DNA samples. Steffi Forrester, who has long been skeptical of Hope's judgment, will likely use this scandal as further evidence that Hope doesn't belong at Forrester Creations. The revelation will also impact Remy Price, who believed he had found genuine love with Deke only to discover his boyfriend may have been using their relationship as cover for his criminal activities. The emotional fallout from this betrayal will be significant, and it remains to be seen whether Deke's feelings for Remy were genuine or just another part of Luna's elaborate manipulation. Legal and personal ramifications. The legal implications of Luna's scheme are staggering. She's already facing charges for murder and now sexual assault of Will Spencer. If prosecutors can prove that Deke was acting as her accomplice in a conspiracy to commit blackmail and fraud, both could face additional serious charges. The involvement of Forrester Creations as the site where some of these criminal activities took place could also expose the company to legal liability. From a personal standpoint, the revelations will have far-reaching consequences for multiple families. The Spencer family may never be the same if the paternity secrets Luna threatens to expose come to light. The Forrester family will have to deal with the security breach at their company and the betrayal by someone they trusted. And the Sharp family will have to confront the painful reality that Deacon's long-lost son may have returned as a criminal accomplice. Medical professional Lee Finnegan has also become involved in the unfolding drama, having confronted Poppy Nozawa about Luna's true paternity and other family secrets. Lee's role as a doctor who has access to DNA testing and medical records makes her a crucial player in either exposing or covering up the various paternity questions that Luna is exploiting. Fan reactions and speculation. Bold and beautiful fans have been vocal about their reactions to these storylines on social media. Many have expressed outrage at Luna's actions, with one viewer calling the storyline repugnant and repulsive. Others have engaged in extensive speculation about how the various plot threads will converge and what the ultimate resolution might be. The introduction of Deke as the show's first gay male character in a prominent romantic relationship has been celebrated by fans who appreciate increased LGBTQ representation in daytime television. However, the revelation that he may be involved in Luna's criminal conspiracy has some viewers worried that this representation will be undermined by associating the character with villainy. Longtime viewers have noted the significance of potentially revealing Eric Sharp's return after so many years away from the canvas. The character's connection to Deacon Sharp and the complex history of that family provides rich material for storytelling, even if his return comes under such dark circumstances. Many hope that regardless of his current involvement with Luna, Deke will ultimately be redeemed and establish a genuine relationship with his father Deacon. What's next for Los Angeles? As these storylines continue to unfold, bold and beautiful promises to deliver the kind of explosive drama that has made it a daytime television staple for decades. The convergence of multiple family scandals, criminal conspiracies, and long-buried secrets creates a perfect storm that will reshape the landscape of the show. Will Spencer's evidence against Deke and Luna will likely be presented in dramatic fashion, forcing confrontations between multiple characters who have been kept in the dark about the full scope of the conspiracy. The question of whether Deke was a willing participant or a manipulated pawn will be crucial in determining his fate and potential for redemption. The paternity revelations that Luna threatens to expose could indeed come to light, particularly if Liam Spencer's recent cancer diagnosis requires family members to be tested as potential donors. Such a medical crisis would force DNA testing that could confirm or deny the long-suspected truth about Kelly's biological father. For Hope Logan, this crisis may actually provide an unexpected opportunity. If she can prove that she was deceived by Deke and takes decisive action to address the security breach at Forrester Creations, she might be able to salvage her reputation and position at the company. However, if she's seen as negligent in her hiring practices, it could be the final blow to her already struggling career at the fashion house. Conclusion: a web of deception unravels. The revelation that Deke has been working as Luna Noza was accomplice represents one of the most complex and far-reaching conspiracies in bold and beautiful history. What began as Luna's obsession with Bill Spencer has evolved into an elaborate scheme involving sexual assault, fake pregnancy claims, paternity scandals, corporate espionage, and blackmail. The fact that she was able to plant an accomplice inside Forrester Creations demonstrates both her cunning and the vulnerability of even Los Angeles' most established families and businesses. As Will Spencer's evidence comes to light and confrontations unfold, viewers can expect shocking revelations, emotional breakdowns, and life-altering consequences for everyone involved. The question remains whether justice will ultimately be served or if Luna's manipulation will prove too sophisticated to unravel completely. One thing is certain: the Spencer, Forrester, and Sharp families will never be quite the same after these secrets are exposed. The bold and the beautiful continues to prove why it remains one of daytime television's most watched and discussed programs, weaving together complex storylines that span multiple families and generations while addressing contemporary issues and representation. As this particular chapter unfolds, fans remain glued to their screens, eager to see how Los Angeles' elite families will navigate this latest crisis and what shocking revelations still await.